What is up, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls Postgame presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download their app and be sure to use promo code CHGO when you do. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Big Dave, Bow, BNWL Sports, Will the Go Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb. We are CHGO_Bulls. Our pal and producer, Joey Spathis. With us as always. He is at Joey Spathis. Follow that man.
Murder, Matt.
Worst loss of the season. I am, boys, I'm pissed. That whole third and fourth quarter, I was having convulsions on the couch over there.
He was.
Tearing my hair out.
He was.
Joey, bless his heart, kept trying to bring my hat back to me.
He did.
And I refused to keep it on my head because as soon as he brought it back to me, the Bulls did something else stupid that caused me to throw it another time.
Yeah.
100-97 to the Wizards. Those weren't even the Wizards. Those were the Wizards. Those were the fake Wizards. Those were we could use a 55-year-old Michael Jordan Wizards. Mm-hmm. Zach LaVine balled out tonight. Credit to him. We'll talk more about Zach's night later on. Kuzma hit a tough shot after Zach hit a tough shot. Then Zach, weird final play, doesn't pull up for three, takes a weird mid-range shot, doesn't go in, doesn't draw a foul. The Bulls lost that game when they lost the third quarter 41-21. 41-21 against that joke-ass, bum-ass NBA roster. Are you freaking kidding me? And it happened on both ends. Bad defense in the third quarter, and then a complete lack of offensive execution in the fourth quarter. That was embarrassing. That was a freaking joke. This team is a freaking joke. You can't beat that team. Boys, I'm hot. I'm hot.
You want the meter, Joey?
You can if you guys want to.
No, go ahead. You want to get it early? Let's get it early.
All
Let's let the chat guess.
What's Matt's anger?
What's the anger meter, chat?
What's the anger meter?
See, we've got different levels here: low, medium, hat throw, take cover, Hulk pack.
We're at least in the yellow zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. 91.
91.
Yeah.
91.
Yeah, man.
I can only recall being this mad this season maybe one or two other times. That was a joke. That was a freaking joke. I'm disgusted with this Bulls basketball team right now. They should be disgusted with themselves.
Yeah.
Walk home.
Yeah.
You don't get a charter plane back home to Chicago. No. Fucking walk. My God, you don't deserve a plane.
It was the Wizards. The Izzards.
The Zards.
The Zards. Like half of them. Like together they're okay. They're just okay when they're together.
They are the pinnacle of mediocrity.
Separate, like without
they're three best players.
They're like, oh my God, they couldn't even score 100 on them, on that team. They couldn't even score 100. It's like they walked into halftime and said, that's it, game's over. We did our thing, we did everything. It was so many boneheaded plays tonight. My head hurts. It was so many of those plays. I don't even care about the final play, honestly. And it was not good at all. But I don't even care about it because you shouldn't even been in that position because of who you were playing. This is a high school basketball team they were playing. You were up 15 at the half. At the half. And they dropped 41 the last play of that third quarter. Are you kidding me, yo?
After a made free throw.
Are you kidding me? The last play of that? That's the stuff that's losing team shit. What we just watched tonight was losing team shit from the Chicago Bulls. The Wizards did everything they could to put the Bulls in position to win. The whole game, they put them in that position. How many turnovers they had? Like 18, 19 turnovers? The Wizards, they didn't want to win. The Wizards went scoreless for 3 minutes in that fourth. And the Bulls said, well, we can do that too. And then they went scoreless until that Zach LaVine three.
You guys want to hear something absurd?
Sure. Can't make me more mad than I already am.
The Bulls won the fourth quarter. 17-13.
Yeah. Yeah. No one could score.
17-13.
It's like you were saying with 2 or 3 minutes left in the fourth and yet another sequence of 2 or 3 possessions for each team back and forth where no points were scored. Will, you were like, both of these teams don't want to win this game.
Who wants to lose harder?
Yeah.
Bulls. No, CB, no. It's not that they lost. It's the way that they lost. And who they lost to. I'm not mad at the loss. You Bulls, you're going to lose. It's the NBA. You don't lose that game. That game you don't lose against that team. You don't lose that game. Especially if you're up 15 at the half on them. You don't lose to them, man. Not that squad. My God, dog. They had nobody out there. They had dudes having career. Gil?
Right.
Gil?
Oh, there was a fun stat, and that one was courtesy of Casey Johnson. Near the end of the game, he tweeted out that Gil had 18 points off the bench tonight. In all of his game appearances combined from December 3rd until tonight's game, he had 19 points. That's more than a month's worth of games.
I hate this.
He collectively had 19. Tonight, he had 18.
The Wizards shot
What?
30% from three.
They didn't shoot well. They turned the ball over. How did we lose this game? Are you freaking kidding me?
That's the worst loss of the year for me. That's it right there. That's the one for me. You had Zach, who had 38, and like you said, you had Vooch had 15 and 10. The other starters, 6, 6, and 8.
Dude. Okay, we could talk about Pat. We could talk about Io. I need to start with Alex Caruso.
Oh, Lord.
We know what that man does for this team defensively, and I think he is a value player. Look at all of the evidence of plus-minus players on this Bulls roster. Even with his offensive shortcomings, Caruso is always one of the guys leading the net positive of players playing minutes for this Bulls team this season. But I swear to God, I watched him miss 20 layups tonight. I know technically the box score shows us that he was 3 of 11, and he was also 0 of 2 from downtown. So that means 1 of 8 inside.
Oh, Lord.
1 of 8, even as a fact. That's not even an exaggeration. He was 1 of 8 on layups / floaters.
The floater. Yo.
I am mad, but that's also impressive.
Oh, man.
How the hell do you miss that many shots by the basket, Alex? Damn.
He was a team leading minus 16 for the Bulls.
Team leading.
Team leading.
We're going to the negatives.
That's right. Rolling with the negatives.
Wow.
Team leading minus 16
Wow.
for the Bulls. He was bad. He was. But he was bad. He's supposed to play better. Patrick Williams was bad. He's supposed to play better. I don't give a damn about his 6 rebounds. You played the Wizards, bro, and DeMar was gone. They ain't got nobody for you. They have nobody that can guard you. How many shots you take? 8 shots? 3 of 8? That last play, when he's on the ground trying to get the basketball together and he just doesn't call timeout, no, I'm going to throw it out of here. Luckily, Zach saved them with that miracle 3-pointer. But those are the plays right there that extra frustrate you about Patrick Williams. Right there. Those kind of things. Not scoring like that. Everybody, man, they were bad. Kobe, I give love to. Kobe played nice. All right, Kobe was nice. Give his 13 points, 5 of 11, 3 of 5 from shooting, hit 2 huge threes, and like he always does in the fourth quarter. He did his job.
A team best +6
Yes.
off the bench tonight.
But, dude, everybody, listen, it's inexcusable who you lost to here. Kispert. Denny Advia had 20 rebounds.
Dude.
20 rebounds for Denny Advia.
Yes, but did he have 5 fouls in 8 minutes as Drummond did? Drummond had 2 rebounds and 5 fouls in 8 minutes.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's some third-grade math shit.
Oh, my God.
Drummond, he could not get off the court fast enough after that last stint he had in the second half. Holy jeez.
Dude, Gil was my favorite. Gil was 0 for 2 from 3, but still got to the foul line to shoot 3 free throws because Drummond was jumping out on him. They said he was 2 of 15 in his last few games from 3. 2 of 15.
And he got Drummond to bite.
And he got him twice. Two times. He got him to bite.
2 of them things.
Oh, my God, man. What a frustrating, terrible loss, man. Because this team is poopy, as Matt would say. Like, who was that went crazy for them in the lab? Was it Morris who started hitting those threes for them?
Monte Morris.
Somebody started hit back-to-back 3. Oh, Goodwin. That's who it was. Goodwin. Out of nowhere, back-to-back 3s, they started hitting. Monte Morris was consistent. He was pretty much that whole player. But listen to who I'm saying. Listen to who I'm talking about.
This is a G League team.
Come on, man.
Plus Kyle Kuzma.
97?
This is a G League team.
97 against that? Inexcusable, bro. Inexcusable. Go on, GOAT. Inexcusable, man.
You guys covered it. I got nothing.
Inexcusable, man.
I mean, I think first game without DeMar, right? DeMar's out. Didn't play with the quad strain. I think there was going to be some growing pains in terms of how do you generate offense. Zach just went like 2017 Zach mode, 2018, putting my head down, getting the basket, shooting a ton, not really passing that much, not really facilitating the way that he has been. And we know why, right? It's because he had some catch and shoot opportunities, but he was really dominating the ball. He didn't have the chance to attack closeouts the way that he has when DeMar is playing. Mm-hmm. And I think that takes away from the Bulls' ability to generate assists. I mean, that's 16 on the night on 41 made shots. You're going to have poor shooting nights. That's just that's the way it goes. But when you aren't shooting threes, you got 9 of 29 for 31%. They somehow beat the Wizards there, 7 of 23, which is like, what decade are we in? But like, they're not getting the defense to shift side to side at all.
Yeah.
When that happens, you can't get downhill. So you end up taking a ton of pull-up shots, which they did. You end up shooting no free throws, 6 for 9 from the line compared to
9 free throws
compared to 21 for the Wizards. So you can't move the ball. You can't get to the line. You're giving up a ton of offensive rebounds. They had 6 in the first quarter, 12 on the game. You're just giving yourself like no ability to get yourself back in, except for just incredibly hot shooting, tough shot making from LaVine, which they got. But that's why I say it's 2017, 2018 Zach, where it's just like, great, but what else?
And that's what's so wild about it, because you're like, against the team they're playing, there was nobody else out there like, oh man, he might be a defensive stopper on this play tonight. It might shut him down. Well, nobody out there like that. Nobody out there like that. And you still could not take advantage of it. Like you said, the Caruso missed layups. They couldn't make entry passes to Vooch.
Oh my God.
They could not make an entry pass to that man.
You see where he was trying to post up from? You see the entry passes that couldn't even get there?
Dude, the Bulls had a total of 39 rebounds. Like I said, Diddy Avia had 20.
That's wild.
By himself. They had a 39 to 20. Come on, dog. Total rebounding, they had 52. They ended up with 52 rebounds. Those offensive rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds is what Washington had. They had, 5 in the first quarter? It was ridiculous, man. Like, who? And who are these guys? Who are these people on the Wizards?
Somebody in the comments said it reminded them of that game against Minnie when they gave up 150, and you were sitting here saying, who the hell is Knight?
Exactly the same thing, dog. I don't know any of these dudes. You don't know them. Come on, man. They were just out there to be replacement players for the real players that are injured right now. This is not a game you're supposed. This is why it's so damn frustrating, because you're not supposed to lose this game. Yeah, they've had bad losses this season, but I can literally point to a player on that team that they lost to and was like, that dude's good. You know what? He's super legit. He's balling out of control. You want to point to Kuzma? Fine. Kuzma was 0 for 3 from three-point line. He was quiet as hell. Before that 3, he had 19?
18.
Right? 18 points. Kuzma had 18 points. 18. You thinking he's the guy. He had 18 points, dog. Come on, man. Come on. He has as many points as Gil before that 3. Oh, you got to be kidding me, bro. This is worst loss of the year for me, bro. Worst loss of the year, just because of the competition.
And I'll say this too, like, the offense obviously was terrible tonight. I mean, 97 points, just miserable in every way. But we're talking about Zach LaVine getting hot. The Wizards basically started doubling him for the last 6 minutes. Mm-hmm. So Caruso at 6:43 tipped in his own miss.
Yeah.
That put the Bulls down 3, 93-90. Okay, so the rest of the way, it was a 7-7 tie. But basically, until Zach made that shot off the out-of-bounds
the 1 second inbounds pass?
they scored 1 point over 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just not going to win that.
And that goes back to what you were saying earlier, Will, about this being the first game this season without DeMar. We now see what that looks like. It ain't pretty.
Ain't pretty at all.
It's like what do you call it, Dave? When DeMar just like when
salve.
It's a salve. It's
Salve.
a healing salve. When the Bulls as an offense are struggling out there and have a few empty possessions in a row, DeMar goes down the floor, gets to his spot, knocks down a shot or gets to the rim and either gets the free throw line and puts in a layup, and you're like, okay. It's like jumping a dead car battery, but it's the Bulls offense and it's DeMar.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you need DeMar to jump the dead car battery with his isolation offensive scoring prowess. And tonight, you didn't have that.
Yeah.
And then you had stretches like the stretch Will just talked about where over the final 6 minutes.
They scored 4 points over 6 minutes.
You get 4 points.
And that's why, like, Stefan No had the meme that, I don't know, Joe, if you want to throw up there or not, but basically, like, this is the end of the Zach LaVine needs to take the last shot.
The gravestone. R.I.P. Zach LaVine should be taking the last shot over DeMar.
It's more just like, it's not about the shot for me. It's about just like who's generating the offense. And I'm not going to say this was like a great defensive stand either. We know who they're playing against. I'm not like impressed by holding them to 100 points.
Me neither.
But the fact that this offense has been, I think, 4th in the league over the last 15 games or so. I mean,
it's annoying. That's so annoying. What an annoying stat.
And that's the story of this team this year.
Good God, man.
Like, I don't care that they can beat good teams. They're not going to make the playoffs and play good teams if they continue to play this way against the bad teams.
It's true.
They're 10th place right now by half a game.
Because they can't beat the bad teams.
They're a game out of 12th in the East. What are we talking about here?
Trash. I saw someone earlier, Will, and I'll be asking how come Billy Donovan is getting none of this? How come Billy don't get none of this heat that we were tossing out here? I'll give Billy some heat on this one right here. When he didn't make that challenge in that fourth quarter, was it Derrick Jones
when,
Jr.?
Kobe got
yes.
trucked?
Thank you. When he didn't do that, and I'm like, what are we saving this for?
Yeah.
What are we waiting for? That was the time. The Wizards used theirs and won, and I still don't know how. But they used theirs and they won, and they changed possession and got another foul on Drummond, which put him at, 3 or 4, whatever he had.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was 5.
He
had 4.
No. I'm talking about when he got that foul. When he got that foul, it put him at like 3.
That became his 4th, I think.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He had 4 fouls in the first 3 minutes that he played.
Insane.
But also, like, he was trying to post guys up in the fourth quarter.
He was doing it in the second. Why was he trying to post people up?
You're just taking up space.
Come set this damn screen. Good God. But yes, I'm sorry. I lost track. about you was talking about Billy Donovan. I was getting on Billy Donovan. Yes, that challenge was horrific and bad. All right, not making that challenge. I was like, what are you doing out there? What was that lineup? I was like, I completely hate this lineup he had out there on the floor. I can't remember. Oh, God. I know it was Pat.
There was a stretch where Vooch and Zach were both off the floor.
In the fourth.
And it was...
In the fourth.
It was Ayo, Caruso, Kobe, Derrick Jones Jr., and Pat. And I'm like...
In the fourth.
And I'm like, who's scoring?
Nobody.
The answer was no one.
Nobody.
No one scored.
That's the answer. Nobody's scoring. That's the damn answer out there. Nobody's scoring. I hated that so much.
And look... Billy has kind of gone back to what he did a lot last season, which was stagger DeMar with the second unit some, and then keep Zach and Vooch together and rotate that way. Tonight, he continued doing that, but just without DeMar.
Yeah.
So there were stretches when Zach and Vooch were not on the floor at the same were both off the floor at the same time, and it was not good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Without DeMar,
you got another guy.
Without DeMar, stagger Zach and Vooch. So
Yes.
at least one of them is on the floor at all times.
Correct. Like, dude, yes, you gotta how you don't know that? You have to know that situation. Maybe he'll get it next game, he'll figure it out if DeMar doesn't play against OKC. And hopefully we're not even in this damn situation. But how do I know? It seems great. They keep losing the bums.
We're gonna be down 30.
Losing the bums.
We're gonna be down 30 to
Hat Graveyard over here.
Freaking stupid Thunder.
There's another one.
Can't even beat the Wizards.
The Wizards, man.
Unbelievable.
The Izzards.
We got to take a break. While we share some words from our friends and sponsors.
Type 45.
I hate everybody tonight. This is
Hit that thumbs up button.
I'm just playing. I don't
It'll
hate
make you
anyone.
feel better, I'm guessing. It's nice to hit a little
all good.
thumbs up button. Happy thoughts.
Screw that. Screw a happy thought.
When we return,
Izzards.
we've got a bunch of super chats I've seen come rolling in. We will get to all of those coming up after the break. Yikes. King of the game is obviously Zach LaVine. We can talk a little bit more about the late game situations if you want to, but that man said, hey, anyone else want to help me try to beat this bum-ass team tonight?
No.
And all of Zach's teammates said, no, thank you, please. No, thank you.
We got some other stuff to do.
Zach had 38, 15 of 28, 4 of 11 from downtown. He did miss 3 free throws tonight, which kind of
He did miss
bummed me
three
out.
free throws. Yeah, that bummed me out too.
But like you were saying, kind of Zach Hero ball, only had 2 assists on the night. When you were hoped the ball maybe moves a little bit more without DeRozan and the ISO game sticking it down.
9
But
free
still,
throws.
that is now 3 of the last 4 games in which Zach LaVine has scored 35 or more points. Zach Ari is back. Ari. He just got no freaking help tonight, which is a bummer, but it doesn't prevent him from being our DraftKings king of the game. One more reminder about all the amazing opportunities in this upcoming NFL Wild Card Weekend. All new and existing DraftKings customers can get a no-sweat bet each day of the Wild Card round this weekend. Just place any NFL bet of your choice, and if it loses, you'll get a free bet back up to $10. Action so good, why bet NFL Wild Card playoffs anywhere else? So download that DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code CHGO. New customers can bet $5 on the NFL Wild Card round and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code CHGO.
Damn Izzards. Joey, what time is it?
Game time? Who?
Thank you.
Fucking crap time.
Crap time is what it is. He's right. But game time, it's not your fault. Because you're the hottest new ticket in sight. That makes it easier than ever to score the best deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows. Ever dreamed of sitting in that seat you thought you never could? 50-yard line, courtside, behind home plate, floor seats at a concert. It's all possible with the Game Time app. Because last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. You won't find better deals this season to see the Chicago Bulls and yell at them for losing to the Izzards. Just like here at CHGO, Game Time is created by the fans and for the fans and guarantees you the lowest price possible. So, if you love CHGO,
And we know you do.
then you'll love Game Time. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. Hit that thumbs up first, and then join the over 15 million people who have downloaded Game Time app and scored the best seats to all your favorite events. Because Will Gottlieb, what time is it, sir?
It's game time.
Hoot.
Hoot.
The Izzards!
That's how the Bulls played. It's game time.
Yeah, that's exactly how they came out in that second half like,
Hoot.
it's hoot.
I'm so mad I shagged my own hats just now.
He just needed something to
Took
do.
that ad break opportunity
Yeah, just
to
to
go round up my hat
Take a
graveyard
brisk walk.
so that I can throw them again when I get upset again.
Somebody said our studio is going to be like the United Center during a hat trick game. Ice.
The hat trick from a visiting team
Oh.
and player, right? Because the Blackhawks are also terrible in letting us down.
Poopy.
But the Blackhawks came into this season at least with the plan of like, we're going to be bad and tank.
Right.
That's the plan.
It's the plan.
The Bulls, not so much.
Hey, they're right in the mix. Playing. In the mix. They're in the mix.
Although, look,
You sound like comedian Silo say the
They're in the mix.
a little bit,
In the mix.
a little bit of like, a thought activity here.
Uh-oh.
If the Bulls continue to drop games like this to sub 500 teams that are missing half their roster and have some dude named Gill, who's not Kendall Gill and not even Tony Gill, dropping big buckets for them, and the Bulls coming out on the losing end, will that be enough to convince not only the front office of this organization, but ownership to say this ain't working, let's make an aggressive turn in a different direction at the trade deadline? Because what we have heard right now thus far and everything we know about this organization says they are just going to coast right through that trade deadline and say, hey, we're sometimes competitively mediocre and sometimes embarrassingly mediocre, but you're going to give us your money anyway. So who freaking cares? That has to change. Losses like this might increase the odds of that changing. I don't know. Maybe that's wishful thinking.
You can't even sit here and say, well, they didn't have everyone. You know, they played better when they got their players together because of who you lost to. You can use that excuse when you're playing best teams or even middle of the pack teams. You can use that excuse. Not when you're playing a team that's got me at point guard and Joey at center.
Don't insult
in
yourself.
in an NBA game.
Positionless basketball.
In an NBA game. Playing 38 minutes. It ain't no.
Positionless basketball.
And we still go out there and get the win. Congratulations to Joey. Also, me and Joey getting the win because he's playing center and I'm playing point. Still got the W. But that is a
inverted pick and roll
damn
action?
shame if that's occurring, is my point. That is trash. If that doesn't convince you, like, oh, shit, something's up. Oh, man, you know what? Something ain't right. Yeah, oh, well, you know, DeMar's out. And he should be. That's what good teams usually do against teams like this, right? They usually sit their best players out. Like, oh, he's hurt right now. Well, you know what? Go and rest up. We can handle this. They can't handle this. They can't do it. They're showing you they can't handle this.
I don't
They
think they
couldn't
can handle this.
Oh, my God. They couldn't even get 100 points.
I don't think the Bulls are ready for this jelly, Dave.
Oh.
That loss was not too bootylicious.
Oh.
That loss was nowhere close to bootylicious.
Joe, you know that song?
That loss was downright stinky.
No, I don't.
no,
But
that's-
Will has never seen Coming to America, so that's worse.
He got you, Goat.
The heel.
Heel turn.
Yeah, that's right.
The heel turn.
That's fucking right. I'm coming out for the next show with a big entrance. I'm going to stand behind you guys and do a whole monologue and address the comment section, Chris Jericho style.
Okay. All right.
Parasites.
Do you know Chris Jericho?
He's a wrestler.
Yes.
That's all I know about him.
Okay. That's all.
He's great. He was great on the mic.
Joey, did you know that Madame Beyonce used to, before her solo career, be the front woman of a girl band?
Yes.
Do you know the name of that girl band?
Destiny's Child.
Bootylicious.
Yeah.
Well, I knew the name of the band that you asked.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly, Joe.
Wait, there was a comment I liked in here. Jet Brock said that, Dave, me and you, apparently the worse you are at basketball, the better you play against the Bulls. So me and you actually might have had career nights tonight.
That's what I just said. I was like, we still got the win.
We would have
It's
been
like,
a dangerous
congratulations.
pick and pop
We got the W.
duo. Should we hit some super chats?
Let's do it. Super
right.
chats.
Hit them hard.
Let's get the people's voices
Charles
in here.
says it really bothered me seeing Caruso instead of Pat on Kuzma at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Fair,
Pat
but-
also was a ghost in this game
Yeah.
tonight.
Exactly.
In Pat's
Vanden,
defense, he didn't miss 40 layups. He only missed one or two.
and it says, hey guys, we have two big men and they got outmatched by a 6'7" forward. He's talking about Gil. Also, the second half points killed us. I would love Jay Crowder with the Bulls.
Second, maybe he meant like second chance points.
Oh, your second hand,
points.
second
Yeah,
hand.
second chance points.
Second
yeah,
chance.
Bulls continuing that butt ugly trend.
Yeah.
Of giving up a bunch of second chance points
To the Izzards.
to that bum team.
Like he said,
The
6'7".
Izzards.
6'7" off the bench. And to the combined 19 points in a month.
Denny of Dizzards.
And pulled
What?
out 18.
By the way, does anyone actually know Gil's name? Like, I haven't
Anthony
It's
Gill.
Anthony Gill.
Okay. Oh, I was just making sure.
But you're
Everyone
right
is-
to not know it.
I didn't know. I was,
Yeah.
I still don't believe
but people were saying like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna continue. McBaconator, CHGO diehard. Zach and Vooch had no help tonight getting DeMar's points covered. Oh, and holy hell, 41-point third quarter.
Against
I mean,
the Wizards.
41
bro.
point third quarter. The defense was atrocious, but McBaconator's right. Very little help from the role players tonight.
They did everything they could to try to give this game. Everything they could. The
Everything.
turnovers. I mean, just bad turnovers. Terrible. I forget. I forget what I want to tell you because you stink. Oh my God. It was so frustrating, man.
The Bulls' offensive execution against a team that
That's the word I was
blah,
looking for. Terrible execution by the Wizards.
Yikes. Yikes.
Little tweet here from Casey Johnson on the final play. LaVine says Delon Wright told him he fouled him, and the officials told them he missed it. They missed it.
Great.
That's the year of
so
last
he would have
2-minute
been
report.
at, he would have been at the line for 2 free throws down 3 with a second left. Perfect.
No, they still had a foul to give. He wouldn't have been
But
at the line.
then,
My mistake.
so like, no whistle was heard, And then so Zach just like put up a
Continued
weird
to dribble
18-footer.
into 2-point land.
Yeah.
Weird. Dude, play till you hear a whistle.
Go for the three. Like, why are you
Yeah.
worried about the whistle?
Right.
Go for the three. Shoot the
You
ball.
shoot the three. You know what you did when you had 1 second on the shot clock and you got the inbounds pass, and then what did he do, Dave? It's something real simple. We talk about it often.
Catch.
Uh-huh.
And
There's one more word in there somewhere.
shoot.
Catch and shoot. Like,
Damn it.
on that play, you had some time. So, like, maybe you do one dribble in rhythm and shoot.
Yeah.
Sure, I'd be okay with that. Would have also been okay with catch and shoot.
Yeah. Would have been quite all right with that.
Zach's range is past half court.
Yeah.
We know that. That's not an exaggeration. Zach can hit anywhere on that side of half court. What are you doing?
His ball handling and decision making in the last seconds of this game weren't good. Because you remember the first play where he gets the ball at the end of the first and goes coast to coast for some reason, doesn't pull up for the jump shot, and goes in for the layup.
Doesn't get it off in time.
Of course, he doesn't get it off in time. Everybody saw he didn't get it off
He had
in
the
time.
play where he went 1-on-4 and then for some reason dumped it off to Caruso for a layup.
Yes.
Ended up getting offensive rebound.
Oh, my
but
Who was behind him? It was like on the side of him with a defender.
he had that one play where he whipped it to nobody in the fourth row.
And that was late in the fourth.
That was late in the fourth. I mean, but again, this is where Zach has struggled.
Yes.
This does not make Zach not a max player, whatever
No.
like you want to say.
No.
Like, it just is what it is. You need your best player out there. You need
Yes.
DeMar to create that shot. And Zach, we know what he can do catching and shooting. We know what he can do attacking closeouts. This is just, for me, I want to just like zoom out here. The past few weeks, I've tried not to get too high, not too low on these wins and losses, right? You have this great stretch. You're 8-4 in your last 12. Then you have the Minnesota 150. You have the Knicks back-to-back losses. You have all the other stuff. And so, like, try to zoom out and think about what it is that we're actually watching here. And if you put away all the names and you just look at the numbers, and not even just the numbers, but the standings, you're looking at a 19-23 record team who's in 10th place in the Eastern Conference, who's a half a game out of 11 and a game out of 12. And they've got a negative point differential. Like, they're just not good. Like, this is kind of what to expect from teams that are not good.
Dude, and
Well, that was cheery. Thanks, Will.
hate to say it.
What was the segment that you
Hate to say it.
Hate to tell you?
Hate to say it.
Hate to say
Hate
it.
to tell you. Telling you, man, that's yours. Joey, get the graphic going.
I hate to tell you.
Our,
Hate to tell you.
our guy Mark Gay in the comments hanging out. What's up, Mark? Saying, I don't care what the last 2-minute report says tomorrow or whenever it comes out. Like, it was still the wrong decision by
It's
Zach.
exactly what we've been saying. Yes, Mark. Hey, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you take the shot.
Yeah.
What are you doing trying to do that?
And it's
You
also,
get the
again,
shoot.
it's not, well, the Bulls have been screwed by the refs 4 times now,
No.
so they should be 500.
This wasn't that.
None of these were that. The record is what the record is. This team is what it is.
This damn show wasn't that.
Alexander
I hate
with a
to tell
super
you.
chat saying the Bulls lost to the damn Harry Potter cast.
Right.
Man. I tell you what, that Luda
Rupert
Lovegood
Grint
can
out here
hoop.
with a double-double.
My God.
Oh, my God.
Do we have more super chats, Joe?
Yes, Richard D. Breezy. Internal anger intensifies. Sad showing tonight.
Sad showing.
Ah, yes. Internal anger. Welcome.
Well said. This season, TWW podcast says this season and loss makes me think 3 things. 1, rebuild. 2, last season might have been a fluke. 3, Wendell and Laurie trades will haunt us forever. Bad loss.
You had me until number 3.
Yeah, me too.
The Duke.
Well, the Vooch part of the Wendell trade.
The Duke 811. Is this the same Duke from CHGO Bears? A phenomenal super chatter, I must say. He says fire everyone. So
That sounds like a bear.
I
thing.
Not
think
us,
from
though.
the
Don't fire
Cubs
us.
too. I think he's made some big super chats for the Cubs too. Thanks for
maybe
watching,
too.
Duke. And Manuel.
We might be on our way out.
I mean,
Manuel
Going to leave us in Paris.
You're right. And Perry.
spoke too soon on Pat.
Yeah.
Damn, why us?
Yes, you did say 20.
That 20-point
That
game
20-point
prediction
game.
for Pat from Manuel
You did.
not come to fruition.
It's all right, man. It's not
which
your
is
fault.
a shame.
It's not your fault. You thought logically. You said, hey, they're playing a trash team. And DeMar's not there, so there's really no excuse for him to go be a real
Logically
NBA
speaking-
player. Yeah, that makes
Logically
sense.
speaking,
Logically speaking.
Here's the catch, though. Nothing about what this Bulls team has accomplished and failed to accomplish this season is anywhere close to fucking logical. Yeah.
There's one. Hat throw, Joey.
Illogical, I believe is the word we're looking for.
Yes, it is.
My
AK,
God.
number one fan. Caruso irked me a lot tonight. His play was a detriment, and P-Will followed. Terrible loss. Drummond averaged 1 foul, 1 per 1 minute. Pissed.
Yeah, I mean, we covered that Cruz had a bad night, and Drummond also had a bad night. Impressive frequency of fouling.
Yeah.
Truly impressive.
It was just bad.
Pulled a Noah Vonleh.
Oh, Noah Vonleh, Bulls legend.
Like, just two bad basketball teams was happening out there on the floor. And it was just frustrating to watch. It was just bad. And it was wild because the Bulls, in that first half, and especially in that second quarter, especially when Kobe was cooking, Kobe's been cooking. Especially when he was cooking, doing his thing, you were like, oh, okay, fine. Yes, finally. And even Matt kept saying, he's like, finally, yes. Blow this team out. Let's get this done here. 15, yeah, we're good. All right, finally, yes. Third quarter, though.
Should not have exhaled at halftime thinking that we had that under control.
Again,
because of course they didn't.
Again, logic was being applied. Like, yeah, you're playing the Wizards. Of course, none of this is going to happen.
No, how about after we hold the Wizards to whatever it was, 46 at halftime, we give them 41 in the third quarter.
Points, including a Hail Mary toss at the end. Oh, my gosh, man. That was just bad. It's just bad. It's the Wizards, bro. You're not supposed to lose them games. You're not supposed to lose it. It shouldn't even been a game. I don't even think if they won that, we would be happy. Remember last time when they played the Wizards and how just not happy we were with a win?
Yeah.
This stuff was why. Because they're like, we know who we playing. Like, you should be destroying this team. Why is this a 1-point, 2-point victory right here? You should be killing them. But you know why also was victory? DeMar was out there. But still, in fact, shouldn't be the case. Shouldn't be the case.
My goodness.
Should not be the case. It's the damn Wizards. Like, I can't say it enough, man. They were trying to lose this game, bro. They was not into it. They were like, yeah, we don't really want to do this.
Up until Kuzma hit the 3, they had 10 points in the entire quarter. They were trying to lose this
They
game.
had 40 defensive rebounds.
Aiden saying the Bulls are not back. The Bulls are whack. Ostis Jr. saying that the Bulls have the killer instinct of a pacifist. Look, I don't know if that's accurate because I'm a pacifist and I feel like killing something right now.
Alrighty.
So somewhere in there we're lost in translation because the Bulls were less like they got rolled over more than pacifists tonight.
Like, I even like 15, 10, and 5 is nice from Vooch, but 38 minutes. But again, the team you're playing, and I'm not even saying all this is his fault. Because somebody has to give him the basketball.
Yeah.
He's not a guard. Somebody got to get him the ball so he can do what he does. But my God, dog, like, Taj Gibson was starting at center. What do they say? Like, the corpse of Taj Gibson was starting at center. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists.
Man.
Shout out Taj Gibson for that. A big tip in towards the end of the game.
Bulls failing to box out.
Yes, correct.
Again.
Correct.
Also had a killer old man post move on Vooch in the third quarter.
He did.
I was like, oh, damn, Taj.
But Anthony Gill, come on.
Manuel, I will toss some Frisbee golf with you anytime. Manuel with a super chat said, this game makes me upset. I need to disc golf. You guys want to join? I'm down. Jeff Brock, that is incorrect. I don't exclusively throw hats. I do also throw some Frisbee golf discs every once in a while. When the weather
Frisbee
is nice.
golf. Never played it.
You've never played Frisbee golf?
No.
Oh, my gosh. It's so much better than real golf. Way less stressful and easier to
Can you
be
wear
good
pins
at.
and aces while you play?
Of course you can. You can probably even carry around
Company
a Pins and
man.
Aces 7-beer sleeve on the Frisbee golf course.
I'm laughing because I'm like, these are like two of the most non-black sports combined. And you're like, you never played that before? No, I ain't played that shit before. It's fucking Frisbee golf. No, I haven't played Frisbee golf, sir. No, absolutely not. But I think you're
Frisbee
thinking
golf
I would.
is for everyone.
I know it is.
It's a very mild,
Manuel,
chilled out sport.
I'm sure Manuel said you're missing out. I'm sure. I've seen it. I've looked at it. I've not participated. I think, Joey, were you in a league?
I played ultimate Frisbee in high school.
He's an ultimate Frisbee player, man.
You know, it's for us that are not tall or athletically gifted necessarily.
The show is taking a weird turn.
A solid ultimate player, though. 8 touchdowns versus New Trier.
Hey, you better let him know. You better let him know, sir.
Sixth place in state.
Wait, did you play frisbee golf?
I played it one time.
Okay.
I was
Not
not very
frisbee
good.
golf. This is different.
Okay. I know.
talking about
I heard you
ultimate.
say ultimate frisbee. I understand. So you the man.
Which is like football on a football field,
Yeah.
but with a big frisbee instead of a football.
I don't want to get into the rules on here because I'm sure we can go deep, but I do have questions about frisbee golf
Dude,
and
I'll answer
and
all
how
your
it's
questions.
played. Yeah, I do want to know.
Then we should go play sometime.
That
Very relaxing.
doesn't sound relaxing,
Dude, take a couple 40s, maybe a J,
though. Okay.
stroll through a beautiful park, just tossing some plastic frisbee discs.
Towards the hole?
Yeah. It's like this metal stand that has like chains hanging down, and like the way you get the frisbee to land in the hole is to hit the chains with the frisbee, and then it like falls into this bucket, which is the hole.
Okay. Sounds like a lot.
It makes all the sense in the world as
Once
soon
you
as you
see
see
it,
what it is.
All right. I believe y'all.
Like,
man.
oh, okay,
I
this
believe
is how
y'all.
this works.
I believe y'all.
Yes, Manuel. I will sit here on this Bulls basketball program and preach about the merits of frisbee golf and its enjoyability anytime. Yeah!
Like say Joey flexing ultimate frisbees.
Meanwhile, the Bulls freaking suck.
Oh,
And
man.
I'm not happy about it. Let's take an ad break, Dave. Hit that thumbs up button while we're sharing words from our friends and sponsors.
Yes. And one of them is FOCO.
Ooh.
Hey, Chicago, you already got the best coverage for your favorite teams. You're looking at it right here. So get fitted in the best sports gear around. FOCO got you covered from Soldier Field to your living room, north side or south, with that hoodies, slippers, signs, bobbleheads, and everything in betwixt.
Betwixt.
Yes.
Choose a
Get
side.
decked out like DeMar with apparel from the leader in sports merch and collectibles. That would be a FOCO. Looking for the perfect gift for your football fan in your life? FOCO got you covered with hoodies to fight that Lake Michigan breeze. And the playoff game between the Chiefs and Buffalo should be played here at Soldier Field. I'm just tossing that out there.
You're saying that? Okay.
I'm just saying it should be played here. Check out FOCO.com or click the link in the description below for all non-presale items. Use the promo code CHGO for 10% off of FOCO. Faux show.
Tonight's episode of Postgame also brought to you guys by our friends at Green Ridge Farm.
Oh, no.
A Chicago local meat and cheese company offering you a better all-natural option. I'm going to go home and I'm going to eat some meat and cheese to try and cheer me up from this crap Bulls game.
Please do.
Good news is, always works. Always feel better after I have some delicious Green Ridge Farm products. These all-natural meat sticks from Green Ridge Farm are hardwood smoked for 8 hours, and with 16 grams of protein packed into every meat stick, they make a perfect post-workout snack. All you people out there, bless your hearts, still sticking to your New Year's resolutions, gonna work out, gonna go to the gym, gonna go for a run. Good for you. Have a meat stick afterwards. It'll double the efficiency of your workout. If you haven't tried them yet, you're seriously missing out because they're delicious. They're delicious because they're made from recipes generation to the making, and being all natural, deliver a fresh and flavorful alternative at snack time. You can always find them in the refrigerated sections of both Costco and Sam's Club, plus all of your local, friendly Chicagoland grocery stores. And right now, if you shop on their website, greenridgefarm.com, and put any 3 of their products in your shopping cart, add a pack of meat sticks, use promo code CHGO at checkout, those meat sticks will cost you $0. That's right. Free meat sticks.
Free.
With promo code CHGO at greenridgefarm.com. Get some meat up in your life and see if it doesn't help ease the pain of the Bulls crapping the bed to the Izzards.
Izzard Kizzards. Yes,
On the
Joe.
bright side, we have a bunch of really good ideas for some new content. So I'm going to have
Okay.
to run some of this by Kevin. We could do CHGO Cornhole, CHGO Frisbee Golf. We could do CHGO Cricket.
Oh.
Seems like, there's a market for a lot of this stuff. So nice to know that the fans are rocking with us no matter what we're covering.
Where did cricket come from?
I don't know. That's
Just out of nowhere.
cricket's a pretty real sport. So
No,
it's
I know.
not,
I'm just saying we weren't discussing it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, where'd that come out of nowhere? All right, right on.
When I was actually just down in Texas over the holidays, we were driving through the country somewhere, and I saw multiple cricket fields filled with cricket players playing cricket. And I was like, are we in Texas? Are those cricket players lost? Does anyone in Texas play? Does anyone in America play cricket?
He said,
Apparently.
Our bus broke down. Mine was back. We just decided to set up and go. It started playing.
I'll have to forgive my friend here. He's a little slow. The town's back that way.
Oh my God.
Rob has a T-shirt idea.
Okay.
We'll see CHGO be making "We Lost Another Trap Game" T-shirts.
Damn.
Are
It's
they
not
even
even
trap
trap
games at this
game.
point?
Thank
like
you.
they're just most of the games.
Yes.
Bulls have lost most of their games.
It's not a trap game. It's a crap game.
It's a crap game.
Well,
Like that?
speaking
thank you.
of that, gentlemen, before we get out of here tonight, dare we look ahead to the next game on the schedule? Because it's the Thunder,
Oh, great.
that tanking but young and scrappy team.
Great.
That we've already managed to lose to once this season.
Wonderful.
At least we're playing on our home floor this time.
Oh,
I don't
great.
know if that'll help at all. The Bulls. It's not like the Bulls have been an exceptional team on their home floor this season. Since we last checked in with the Thunder, they have continued to just be a team that's kind of tanking, but maybe not tanking well enough. They are currently 18-23. They have won 3 of their last 5 games and almost pulled off a win against the Heat last night, were it not for some absolutely preposterous free throw shooting and free throw making.
Can I just
3 of 23.
interject for a second? You
Please.
say tanking. They have one fewer loss than the Bulls.
I was just about to say that, Will.
One fewer win. I'm sorry. They have the same amount of losses.
Just about to say
Basically the
that.
same record as the non-tanking Bulls.
Yep, man. Will saying the same thing. Yes.
Because they're trying very hard to make the play-in tournament Bulls.
It's the same. It's bad. And the Thunder, again, like you said, some days some days they're old. I mean, like
Better
I said,
point
they dropped
differential.
150 on Boston a few games back. So they have that skill. And like you said, the Bulls have already felt their wrath before, man. And after this kind of loss, it doesn't do anything as far as getting you hyped up to play against them. To be like, yeah, well, you should win this game too. You couldn't beat the Wizards with nobody out there. So it hurts. It hurts, man. But got to play what's in front of you. Got to go out here and got to try to win again.
I mean, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a legitimate star in the league at this point.
Oh, no question.
He dropped 30 in that game, Bulls Thunder back in late November. But I mean, let's journey back, shall we? DeRozan had 30, but not an efficient 30, 12 of 27. Zach had 27, so it's still your 2 biggest stars gave you a combined 57. Bulls bench did nothing in that game. Nothing.
Zero. Nada.
Caruso actually scored 12 points, which I didn't know was actually physically possible. But yeah, a dud game from the Bulls bench. The Thunder bench. Basley gave him 17. Robinson gave him 10. Williams 8. Mann 5. Joe 8. And
Those
basically
aren't
I'll put all 5 of their starters in double figures, which the Bulls did not do.
Did not do, yeah. Of course, Josh Giddey going to do his thing out there. You know he is. And Shai going to do what he does. And, yeah. And probably no DeMar again tomorrow. This is just my assumption. No DeMar again tomorrow. And, yeah, man, it's tough. That's a terrible loss. It's just a really bad loss for the beloved.
Giddey was 1 assist shy of a triple-double when the Thunder beat the Bulls, 123-119, which was one of the Bulls' many overtime losses this season.
Great.
The people in the comments bring up the fact that this is a 1-win difference between where the Bulls are right now and where the Thunder are, and everybody was like, oh, yeah, no, but the Thunder...
That's what I'm saying. Take away the name.
Right.
Take away whether you're trying.
Yep.
Just look at the record.
Look at the record. You are what the record says.
Bulls record, bad. Thunder record, almost identically, also bad. Mm-hmm. I don't
fouling.
I don't know.
Throwing a football at bowling pins. Fun as hell.
That's a thing?
No, I've never done it, but JR from Grand Rapids has.
Okay.
I would definitely try that.
Throwing a football at bowling pins?
Yeah, sounds fun.
Fouling.
Football bowling.
Right.
Yeah.
Never done that
Bowling.
before.
Never.
Bowling.
Please do not go to a bowling alley and try.
Is that more or less exciting than eggplant bicycling?
Depends who you are.
Who taught the grandpa how to use the internet?
That's my fault.
Okay. Come on.
That one's on me. I should have never explained that one to him.
It's Joey's fault.
It is. It
I
is.
seriously would have never figured out what that meant.
No, he wouldn't. And thanks, Joe. Now he uses it for everything.
So City Fent in the comments, you can't throw a hat at a bowling pin. I mean, you can, but you couldn't knock it down.
Yeah.
You can't get enough
I don't know,
force
man.
on
You
a
know
hat.
those
Yeah.
hats pretty hard.
Yeah, man.
That would not knock over a bowling pin.
Depends on how
I
close
don't
it
know.
was.
That one had some stank on it.
Let's see if the kind of rage you have. I don't know, man. Just depends on the kind of rage you have. I got some faith that you can knock a pin over with a hat.
We're going to Paris. We can like play soccer.
I would happily kick a soccer ball with you.
You're good at it, but I don't. I'm embarrassingly bad. Matt or Dave will. What about you
Oh,
guys?
no, I ain't playing. You kidding?
I'd kick a soccer ball around.
All right, you and Matt can go.
I kick it in the
Dave
field.
will do
Dude wouldn't
something
even
else.
watch the World Cup, man.
Got that right. You know what I mean?
Here's a good one. Christian says, "Get Pack a hat launcher."
Well, do not give this man a weapon.
Like a t-shirt launcher?
What is
That's
wrong with
exactly
those
what I thought he was
T-shirts at
talking about.
stadiums?
Do not hand him
One
a
of those
weapon.
ones that
I
has
would be
like a
doing
big,
the
like
remainder of my shows remotely. So.
it looks like a Tommy gun. It's got like a big, circular magazine and just.
No, do you remember when we were here and he got angry and I said, should I give Matt this foam bat because it's a foam? And then I immediately said, no, that's a bad idea giving him a weapon right about now because of his anger. It's the same thing. You don't give him a weapon when he's angry.
I would never point it at any of you guys.
Matt, your rage, you don't know how it goes.
Oh my
There are
God,
a
I
lot
want a
of-
hat launcher cannon so bad right
Called
now.
a stray.
Maybe
for
after a really bad loss, like like they used to do at birthday parties, they'd have like balloons in the ceiling. You pull
Yeah.
something, all of the balloons come down.
Yeah.
Like, we'll have like a little string that we'll have rigged up, and you pull it, and it just rains hats everywhere. After a really bad loss.
Stop giving him ideas.
Oh, no, keep them coming.
No,
keep
cut
them
this
coming.
out. Cut this out, man.
Because tonight's post-game show is already depressing, and this is a terrible loss, let's round it out. Luke wants us to talk about the regression of Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo tonight, quick rundown. 29 minutes as a starter, 8 points on 4 of 6, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. That's all she wrote.
I would say the one thing.
Blah. Tonight was blah from Ayo.
The main thing for me that will consistently hurt Ayo until it gets corrected is the 3-point shooting.
Can't shoot.
And it is just huge for
I
him.
did like when he a couple of times confidently rose up and took a mid-range shot.
Yes.
I will take that from Ayo. Until he actually has the range on his threes, I will take that. If that's what the defense is giving you, okay. I can make peace with that. But you're right, Dave. I mean, the 3 has got to get better.
Yeah, last season he was shooting 37% from 3. This season he's shooting 32.
That's the wrong direction.
He's still taking the same kind of around the same amount, 2.4 last year, 2.7 this year. But yeah, it's just not hitting them at the same clip. And that is what is really, truly kind of holding him back for me. It's just not hitting those open. And he's open often on those shots.
And look, we've talked about how many factors contributed to that doo-doo excuse of a Bulls game tonight and the fact that it was a loss, not a win. One of the many pieces of doo-doo was a transition opportunity the Bulls had late in the game when I believe they were still trailing by 3.
Yeah.
Somebody found Ayo all alone in the left corner for a 3 that he confidently took, missed by a country mile.
Yeah.
Not as soon as it came out of his hands, I was like, that's not going to be even close.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Yeah, man. Like that's the one thing. And he was hitting them early on in the season. Honestly, in the preseason, he was hitting them at a clip. I was like, okay, you could tell he's been working on that. But he's getting to that point now. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just getting tired, you know what I'm saying, because it's so long in the season. Or whatever it is, whatever the reason may be, is they're just not going down for him, man. But he's got to get that percentage back up. And if that happens, then I think you'll see a better change.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. I mean, I wouldn't say that this role of just being, like Billy kind of talks about him setting up the offense. I thought we saw a little bit of that in the first half, especially where he was running some pick and roll with Vooch. I think that plays to his strengths a little bit more. It's like kind of the style he played in college, right, where he's running a lot of pick and roll with Kofi. Standing in the corner and shooting threes is not really what he does.
Right.
And he's a good defensive player. He makes plays on that end, and the Bulls really need him. But he's going to go through ups and downs with the shooting numbers, and like there's going to be times when he gets super hot, and that number goes from, what'd you say, 32, 34?
32.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go up to 37, 38.
Right.
And everybody's going to say, wow, he's figured it out. His shooting is much better. And then it's going to drop down again. And like I think it's clear that like there are shooters, right? Like there's Corey Kispert, for example. That guy's a shooter. Whether or not he makes them, he's a shooter. Kobe's kind of the same, although he's been missing a lot
Also
lately.
a participant in the real world road rules. Like, seriously, who the hell is Kispert and why is he not a reality TV star?
I just caught that. Okay. All right.
Sorry, continue.
All right. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, Io can shoot. He's not a shooter. He can shoot.
Correct.
And so when you're in that category, there's non-shooters, there's can shoot, and there's shooters.
Yes.
When you're in
Yeah.
that middle category, it's going to go up and down.
Yes.
Right. And to your, well, just real quick, because I pulled up the splits in front of me. To your point, Will, about it just kind of being an up-down roller coaster with Io, not necessarily all regression. Month by month shooting splits behind the three-point line for Io this season. 46% in October, 24% in November, 38% in December. So far in January, 20%.
I mean,
Up, down,
That's
up,
it,
thank
what
down.
he's
you
just saying.
for proving my point.
And that's
Figured
what I
I'd
was
bring
going to
some
ask
numbers
you.
to back up your point.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Since that's the case, what's the middle ground then? What's the baseline?
I think we're seeing what we see with the Bulls as a team, which is they go on these 8 out of 11 win streaks because they're shooting the ball well and they're making plays. And then they're going to go on streaks where they're not playing well and they lose 3 in a row. And that's just like it comes to a number. Like when you look at the season on a whole, it's like last year you had a negative net rating, you had 46 wins. Like that's sort of the record, and that's kind of what you look like. But if you look at the context, if you look at it throughout each phase of the season, there's times where it's really good and there's times where it's really bad. And when you play like that, it's really difficult to evaluate how good you are as a team. It's hard to evaluate how good you are as a shooter. Like, I'm not going to take away from Io's defense. Like, that's something that he can default to. That's something he brings every night. But it's just difficult to win when you don't know what you're going to get from not just Io, but like Derek Jones, from
Right.
Devontae, from Patrick Williams, from all these guys that just aren't can shoot guys.
so. No consistency.
No consistency. That's the point.
Rob in the comments, do the Bulls have a shooting coach in their development staff yet? I'm guessing not. To my knowledge, no, they don't. Will, do you know?
I don't think they have a shooting specialist now.
That is what I thought also. And look, it's a fair question. It's been brought up a lot recently by Bulls fans who see this team that has serious shooting problems and thinking, okay, well, if we can't change this by changing the roster, or we're stuck with this for now, can we at least take the pieces we have on the roster and turn them into better shooters? It's not going to be an overnight thing, but this is year 3 for Pat. Has his release gotten any quicker? Maybe a hair, but it's still not fast enough. This is year 2 for Io. The three-point shot, still not healthy looking. Hire a shooting coach, Bulls. Open those pocketbooks. Please.
Please.
Or you know the drill. Fans will close theirs. That's how that works.
Ooh, poetic.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for tuning in. I saw somebody saying they think they might have to tune out of Bulls games for the sake of their mental health. I
As
understand.
long as you keep tuning into our
I understand
show.
that sentiment. Either way, tune into CHGO Bulls pre and post game.
We are
because
for
we'll
your
be
mental
here.
health.
We'll let you know what you missed, and just, misery loves company. If it is misery,
Yes.
but happiness also loves company.
Yes, it does.
When the Bulls do things like beat the Celtics and the Bucks and the Nets and all the other teams that are good teams,
And the woozies and the wazies.
and the Woozies and the Wazies, some real mustardy
But not
shit.
the Zards.
Not the Izzards.
We are off tomorrow. We will be back Friday for pregame before Bulls Thunder. That is a home game, 7 p.m. Chicago time tip. We will see y'all at 6:30.
Yes.
Until then, you can follow Will on the Twitter machine at Will_Gottlieb.
an
Big
adult.
Dave is at BOW! BAWL Sports.
Wow.
That's better.
That's Joey
Wow,
Spathis
that
over
was
there.
well
He's
done.
at Joey
That was well done.
Spathis. Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Hit that thumbs up button before you head out if you haven't already. And, of course, make sure you subscribe to our CHGO Sports YouTube channel to get the alerts for whenever we go live. For Joey, Will, Big Dave, I'm Peck. Bulls. That's for you. That's for you. That
one
shit's for you.
That could have knocked over a bowling pin.
And that shit's
That
for
one,
you, too.
definitely not.
Do better. That was embarrassing. Be ashamed of yourselves. We'll talk to y'all Friday. See you, be good.
Love y'all. Peace.